Jowi Taylor and his amazing.
Hi there, this is a presentation that I've done all across the country to elementary school kids and a corporate retreat in Arizona and graduate studies programs and public libraries. So this is one version of what you could potentially hear. And of course, it's easy to do different versions of the presentation because there are so many ways of looking at this story. And they suit just about every need. So what I'll do is I'll give you the core of the story and a few of the sort of highlights of it. But to really get at the meat of what the project is about, I have to take you back to 1995. I said to him, George, do you think you could build a guitar using just wood from every province and territory of Canada? And he said, well, I'd love to try. So I set about to gather materials. But I soon discovered that I wasn't just gathering materials, I was also gathering stories. I was gathering identities. I was gathering ways of being Canadian. So these are just a few of the pieces that appear in this guitar. And I know they don't look like much. And some of them aren't much. I mean, some of these things are super famous. Some of them are construction scrap from a renovation on Parliament Hill. Some of them are raw materials. Some of them were literally picked up off the tundra in northern Quebec, in Nunavik. What they all have in common is that each and every one of these things tells a story. And each and every one of these things is part of this one guitar. Probably the greatest Montreal Canadiens player of all time, Maurice Rocket Richard. Leading scorer, had kind of a bad year in 1954-55 season. That was the year when, I believe it was in April, Clarence Campbell, the league commissioner, issued a penalty. Well, the penalty was escalated to a suspension that lasted not just for the season, but right in through the playoffs, which pretty much guaranteed that the Habs would not win against Detroit in the final that year. Clarence Campbell, like a kind of an idiot, showed up at the Forum for a game with his fiancée. Pretty soon, vegetables were being thrown, then a tear gas canister was thrown, then things spilled out onto the streets. Those are the famous riots of Montreal in spring of 1955. One of my favorite places in the entire world, just a few blocks from here, one of the great places for music, Massey Hall, almost torn down tragically in the 1970s, but rescued in a thriving music venue today. I've interviewed artists from all over the world who say, can't believe I get to play Massey Hall. And we managed to get a seat from Massey Hall, seat number 69, in fact, from the gallery section. It is now the headstock of this guitar. More important, though, than the places are the people. It's about putting this guitar in the hands of people. We've now put this guitar in the hands of thousands and thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, at all kinds of events, concerts and festivals and schools and informal things. We even have some honorary Canadians. I like to say that everyone who touches it becomes a little bit more Canadian. And of course, it has been played by all kinds of people. It's very, very powerful in schools. I've seen kids do the most extraordinary projects around the guitar. Guitar-shaped cookies and cakes from the culinary arts program, and book reports, and murals and banners, special library selections. It's been quite astonishing to see what the kids do, and songwriting as well. This is from a grade 10 math textbook for Western Canada. It's actually a problem about the guitar. I was told there would be no math, but there you go. This is a mural on the back of Lee's Palace, should you care to go up there. This is a coin, a 50-cent piece issued by the Royal Canadian Mint, representing the center of the guitar there. Sold out, not bad for a 50-cent piece that cost $34.95. This is the book from Douglas and McIntyre. These are just a handful of the musicians who have played the guitar on all kinds of stages across the country. I cannot leave this stage without letting you hear this guitar now.